In this video, I'm going to take you through how to place trades on the MTN. Basically how to make your investment, and as well how to close your trades. Making investments on the MT4 or in the Forex industry is about placing trades and closing them. So how do we do that? To place trades, we use the new order, which takes us to the order window. So all we need to do is to click on new order, and then it brings us here to the order window. So this is the order window. So let's look at some of the areas that we'll have to key in our information before placing the trade. The first is the symbol. From the drop down list at the top here, this automatically it's set. The symbol here is automatically set on the active chart here, and you'll see that there is a corresponding ticket chart that appears in the left pan here that displays the current prices. You can see them here. Alright, so that is with the symbol. So always make sure that the chart that you have analyzed, that is here is AUD USD, Australian dollar versus the US dollar. This is the chart that is what on the that is active now. When you open the new order, on this order window, you must always make sure that the symbol here, you can see it here, corresponds with the one that is on what? The chart. It is always important. You must look at it first. It is very, very important. Otherwise, you will be placing trades on a chart or on a pair that you have not yet what? Analyzed. Alright. The second one is the volume. So this volume is also known as the lot size, or the investment amount that you want to invest at a particular time. Okay, in terms of lot size, is from 0.01 to 8 for some currencies, and for some currencies too is from 0.1, depending on the contract size. Alright, so let's try to understand these numbers here, or these investment amounts. Now all this that we see here are in units. They are not in figures. So for us to get a figure, it's simple. What we have to do is to multiply, let's say 0.01 by 10. Then we will get the real amount that we are actually investing in. If we take 0.02 here, it means that we want to invest 2 cents. If you multiply 0.02 by 10, it's 2 cents. So let's say if we pick this one here times 10, that is $10. So we always have to know how much in figure we are investing in. So all these are in units, so we actually invest using the units. All right, now you can actually key in your own investment amount, not just this that we see here. For example, we can key in 0.50. You'll find out that it's not here, but if you key in, it will take it, because this is where you actually make the most important decision as to how much you are ready to risk or to invest. All right, you can also put in, say, 1.20, right? So you have to understand this. It's very, very important. Okay, so this is the volume or the lot size or the investment amount. Then we come to stop loss. The stop loss is the price at which you actually want the trade not to go against you after that price. But so you set the price so that when the trade turns against you, when it reach this stop loss price, it will close it automatically. It means that that is the risk you are able or you are comfortable taking on that particular trade. And then take profit here is where you are comfortable to come out from the trade, or to take, that is the profit that what you are comfortable with. We will be looking at the stop loss and take profit in the subsequent tutorials. Then we come to comment. You can make your own comment if you wish to. It's not that important. Then type of execution is very, very important. Market execution. To place direct trades, you always have to make sure that this type of execution or of order is on market execution. There are two types. We have the market execution, where you place the trade and the trade gets executed direct. And then we have the pending orders, which we'll also look at later. But the pending order is where you place a trade on hold, so that when the price gets when the current price hits that price, the trade will automatically start to trade. We'll look at it as a topic, so let's let it be for now. Okay, right now what we want to look at here is how do I place a trade. How do I place a trade? So to place a trade here on the MT4, after your analysis, for example, let's check. Let's see. Let's see. All right, for example, let's say we want to place a trade on GBP USD. We will first have to analyze it. All right, or let me check other ones. All right, so let's take Euro USD. From the charts, you can see that Euro USD is on a down 10, which means that Euro USD is selling. So we want to place a trade. What we do is to come to new order, and then we have to check. This is Euro USD and the symbol is also Euro USD. So we now make a decision depending on the account balance. How much you have on your balance will determine how much you can invest. So here, let's say we want to invest $20, which is 2 on Euro USD. So we pick the volume here. So we know this 2 is $20 and the trend is going down, which means that we must sell, or we should sell. So how do I place the trade? This is sell. So all we need to do is to just come here and click on this, and immediately the trade is placed. So when the trade is placed, you will see this broken line. You will see this broken line here, this horizontal broken line. That is the price at which we have placed this very trade. And immediately you place the trade, it will show on the trade tab or on the terminal. This is the terminal. This is the terminal. So you will find out that the trade that we've placed has a ticket. This is the ticket, and then it's showing here. The order ticket is showing, the time at which and the date at which this trade is placed is shown, the type of order, sell, is also shown, the size of the investment or the amount is also shown here, the symbol of the instrument that we are trading is also shown here, the price at which we entered the trade, it's here, and then if we place the stop loss, we will see it here, and the take profit, we will see it here, which we will be doing soon. Then the current price shows here. So if you look at it carefully, you'll find out that this price will never be stable, to be moving. And then the commission and the swipe, and then the profit. So we see it as we've already looked at this in the previous tutorials. So now we have placed the trade, and anytime you place a trade, it will start running in negatives. What it means is that you first have to pay the spread, which I spoke on in the previous tutorials, that it is the difference between the ask price and the bid price. Alright, so once that spread is paid, you will begin to see profits on the profit side here. Okay, now if you place a trade, it will start in negatives. What it means now is that this is a sell trade. Okay, we are selling. So for us to see profit, this is the current price. You can see this horizontal, this gray horizontal line here is the current price here. Okay, so for us to see profit, this price has to go below our entry price. This is our entry price. So in a nutshell, in simple terms, when the trend here moves so that it is below this entry price of our trade, that is when we begin to see profit. That is when we begin to see profit. So when you place the trade and it's running this way in negatives, you don't have to panic once you are following the trend. So basically this is how you place a sell trade or a sell order. It is very simple. Let me go through it once again. For you to place a trade on the MTN, on the MT4, the first thing you do is to come to new order. New order takes you to the order window, and on the order window you have to check. There are certain things there that you have to pay attention to, and one is symbol. The symbol here should correspond to the one on the chart here. Alright, and then the volume. This is where you make your decision as to how much you really want to invest, which largely depends on your balance. That is your account balance. Alright, so, and I said that here all these are in units. So for you to get the actual amount that you are investing, you multiply by 10. You multiply by 10. So we selected 2 first. So this 2 times 10, that is $20. Alright, so once you are done with this, you have to also make sure that the type of order is on market execution. Then you can now place your sell order by clicking on this sell by market. What it means that you are selling by that by the current market price at that particular time. Okay, which we have here. So here we have $20 worth of investment here. Okay, and immediately you click that, the trade will appear on the terminal, so you can see the trade that is what running. Alright, let's look for a buy, a buying pair, and let's try to demonstrate how to place a buy order as well. Good. So the first thing you have to do is to analyze the trend. So looking at this trend, it's a buy trend, it's buying. Okay, so for us to place a trade here, of course the decision is, the trend is going up, so the decision is to buy, the price of that, of this euro chef. So what do we do to place a trade? It's simple. We go to new order, we click on the new order. The new order brings us to the order window, which is this. So we have to check the symbol on the new on the order window. We can see it here, euro versus Swiss franc, and we can see it's the same on the chart, so we are safe there. Then we select the volume or the lot size or the investment amount, that what we want. Here let's go with 1, which is $10. Alright, so once we select the investment amount or the volume or the lot size, we check the market execution, that is the market type. We make sure that the market type is on market execution. because this is a buying trend from the golden rule of trading. You buy when the trend is going up or when the prices are rising, and that is why we want to buy here. So this is buy by market. So all you have to do to place the trade is to click on this buy by market, and the trade will be placed just like this. Immediately you click on that, the trade is placed, and we can see it here. I've highlighted it here. You can see that. Okay, let's look at it on the chart here. Just follow the cursor here. This is the order ticket of the euro versus the Swiss franc. So the order is a buy, and then the volume is 1. Okay, so we can see it there. If you come to the terminal, you'll see the order ticket is here, the time and the date at which you enter the trade, the type of order, which is a buy, the lot size or the volume or the size 1, the symbol, the price at which we entered this price. This is what we are seeing here. This broken green line, horizontal line. All right, and this is the current price. This price is the same as the one moving here. This is the current price. This current price is actually the bid price. This price is actually the bid price, so it matches with the bid price here. You can see this is euro versus Swiss francs. If you look at the price, if you observe carefully, you'll find out that the bid price here is the same as the price here, because if you close this trade now, you'll be closing it at the bid price. Okay, all right, I'll come to explain that more. Now you'll find out that this trade is also running in negative. So how do we see the profit or the positive? Immediately this price, this is the current price, this is the current price we can see here. Immediately it goes above this price at which we entered, and the spread is paid, then we begin to see the profit. So the higher it goes, or the higher it goes, the more the profit that we will realize. All right, so you'll find out that now the trend is moving against us. That is why the negative is increasing. But as soon as it begins to rise, we'll see that it will start to decrease. So basically, to place trades on the MT4, this is how simple it is. You follow the golden rule, which we looked at in the previous videos. If the trend is going up, that is to say, if the price is rising, then you buy. And that is the main reason why we placed this buy trade here. And on the other side, because this trend is falling, that is why we placed this sell here. So once it goes below it, we will see profit, and this too, once it goes above, we will see profit. So basically that is how you place trades on the MT4. It is very easy. It is very easy to do that. It is very easy to do this. All right, now let's look at it after you finish placing trades. How do you close the trade? There are two main ways of closing trades. It's either you close the trade manually by yourself, or you allow the system to close the trade for you. To close a trade, what you have to do is to double click on that particular pair that you want to close. If you double click on it, it pops up the order window, but this time it will show you, it will show this yellow page which says close, It shows the ticket numbers, it shows the order, and then it tells you close by market. So it is actually what? Close by market. What it means is that you'll be closing the trade by that particular market price, that current market price, which of course is the bid price. We enter the trade with the ask price and we exit the trade with the bid price. Alright, so that is how you close the trade. So if we close this now, it is going to close this in negative. Alright, so let's leave it so that when it gives profit, we will come back to close it. So that is one way of closing an order or the trade. Okay, let me bring in this. Let's take the Euro USD also. The Euro USD also, if you want to close it, you double click on it and it will pop up the order window. When this order window comes, you look for this page here which says close, in the yellow page which says close. So immediately you click this, it will close this order. But let's wait for it to be in profit, then we can demonstrate that. Then also you can see here this times here, which this symbol here. Of course, we know that anytime we see this symbol, it tells us that it's a closing button. So immediately you close this, you click on this closing button, it will close this trade automatically. It is not going to pop up any window, it will just close it automatically. But what happens is that you first have to accept, this kind of what orders before you can do that. On here I have already accepted the agreement. So if I click now, it will close it. So if you click and it doesn't close it straightforward, it will pop up a window which will ask you to agree. All you need to do is just to agree, and then it will activate the automatic closing buttons here. Alright, so we have placed the trades. We have placed a sell trade for Euro USD, and we have also placed a trade for Euro Chef, which is a buy for Euro Chef and a sell for Euro USD. Now our first work is done. All we need to do is to wait for profit. So basically, this is how you place trades on the MT4. This is how you place trades on the MT4. Alright, when you finish placing trades, or if you place a trade, it's important to secure that trade. Now, your assurance of the trade is your stop loss. It's your stop loss. It's your stop loss. So how do we place a stop loss order? How do we place a stop loss order? Or what actually is this stop loss? Let me explain a little bit further on the stop loss order. All right. Okay, so let me explain first, then I will show. Then let me explain first, then I will show you how to place the stop loss. A stop loss order is actually used to minimize losses if price moves, if price moves in an unprofitable direction. If price reaches this very level, the position will be closed automatically. A stop loss order is always connected to an open position or a pending order. The pending order will be looking at that later. The stop loss is actually what protects your account and the risk control elements of trading as a professional. So the stop loss protects the account. It is your assurance, or is your insurance actually. It helps your trades not to move against you too much. So it has to be at a comfortable and a preferred price, or an amount that you are comfortable losing. It helps you to place other trades when there are better signals. So basically, the stop loss is what is used in trading to minimize risk. So how do we place stop losses? Depending on your trading strategy, stop losses could be placed. The most basic and the proper way of placing a stop loss in this particular trading style. In this trading style, I'm only using the trend. Here we are only following the trend. We are only following the trend here. If we come here too, we are only following the trend. And if you are following the trend, it's best to follow the trend in 4 hours, because the 4 hours is in between these lower time frames and these time frames. So it's important that what you take note of this. To place stop losses on these trades, first let's look at the euro chef, or the euro versus the Swiss francs, which is a buy. So we are buying now. To place a stop loss, because the trade is already placed, you have to come here. Please follow the cursor. This SL stands for stop loss. So okay, let's highlight the euro chef so that we don't make a mistake. Then all we need to do is to double click on it. You'll find out that it pops up the order window. It pops up the order window. So to place the stop loss, we have to first determine, let's determine where exactly to place what? This stop loss. Okay, because this is a buy, the stop loss has to be below the price. Okay, let's take this horizontal line so that we can draw it on the chart. The best place here to place a stop loss is below this support here, this support here. The reason being that if this trend refuses to continue rising or buying, if it comes and breaks this support, the possibility of it turning to become a sell trend is possible. And we want to place the trade properly. We want to place the stop loss properly. So what do? We have to determine the best possible point or price. Okay, so in this term, since we are following a trend, we have to use the support point to locate our stop loss. So here we can place the stop loss right below this support here, right below this support. Okay, this is the price. This horizontal line that we have drawn here is to help us see the price on this side. So to place the stop loss here, all you need to do is to key this price here. You can see this is stop loss, right? So all you need to do is to highlight and key in this price here. All right, so let's key in those prices. It's 1.09009. You'll find out that immediately you key in those numbers correctly, it brings this modify log here. So all we have to do is to click on what? This modify what? Order, and then the stop loss will be placed. So let's just do that instantly. Okay, let's move this off. Instantly the stop loss is placed. So you find out that this is the stop loss for this. So the ticket here for the buy order is the same as the ticket for the stop loss order, so they correspond. Is the same pair, is the same euro chef. So that is how you place the stop loss. So you find out that the stop loss is this broken red horizontal line. To see how much actually it is, you can just place the cursor right on this broken line, and then it shows you the pips, and then it shows you also the profit. So here, sorry, it shows you the amount that you are comfortable to risk. So here, if we look at it, though it's showing here profit, it's actually a stop loss. So that is 464.65 cents dollars, which represent 468 pips. All right, so that is how you place the stop loss. Let's place, okay, let's delete this. Let's place another stop loss for the other trade, which is the euro USD. So we need to first make sure that the euro USD is on the chart. So how do we get that? We can pick euro USD here from the market watch window and drag it and just leave it on the chart, and we will see the euro USD. Or we can equally, on the terminal here, just drag the euro USD and leave it here on the chart, and we will see it. All right, so let's place the stop loss for euro USD. To place the stop loss, we come to SL here. There are two ways. We can right click and click on modify or delete order, and it will bring us to the order window where we can place our stop loss. Or we can equally double click on the stop loss area here, and then it brings us to the order window where we can place our stop loss. Okay, so let's do the same thing that we did, but the first thing to do in placing stop loss is to be able to locate the proper price or the proper point that when the trend or the price reverses against you, it may not come back for you. And in this very demonstration, I'm using the supports and the resistances. This is a resistance, this is a resistance, this is a resistance. So let's draw the horizontal line so that we can see the price as well. So okay, so this is where we are placing the stop loss. This is a resistance and this is a resistance, so we are just going to place it just a little bit above the resistance. Okay, all right, so this is the price that will be placing the stop loss. Because this is a sell trend and we make profit when the price falls the more, so it means that we will run into losses when the price rises, because the golden rule is that when the price is falling, you sell, when the price is falling, you sell. So it means that when we are selling, when the price is falling and the price turns against us and begins to rise, then it means that it's going to run us into losses, and we want to protect our investment, or we want to reduce or minimize our risk. So we have to place a stop loss. So we come here on Euro USD, and then we double click on Euro USD here on the stop loss area. It brings us the order window, and this is the area, this is stop loss. So we highlight in this box, and then we key in this price. All right, so let's do that. It's 1.09002. all right, watch something here before we continue. You'll find out that this modify area is actually blank now. Okay, it's actually blank, but immediately we key in this price, that is 1.09002. we'll find out that it pop up this modify page here. All right, so if this doesn't pop up, then it means that you are entering the stop loss wrongly, so you can't place it. So always make sure that you place the stop loss at the correct price or point, so that it's easier. Okay, so to place, we just click this modify order here, and there we go. Okay, let's remove this horizontal line so that we can see where our stop loss is. So this is where our stop loss is at $734, representing 367 pips. That is on Euro USD. all right, so what it means is that we are protecting our capital on this particular trade with 734 US dollars. What it means is that this is the price at which we are comfortable at losing per this trade in case the trend reverses against us. So here we have ensured what? This Euro USD trade. Okay, so basically if you place a trade and you have your stop losses as we've just done, like we have here, and then we have for this also here, so we know how much we are risking. What we are risking on this Euro USD is $734, and what we are risking on this Euro chef is $464.82. This is how you protect your account. Once you place your trades, the next thing is to place your stop losses. When you are doing this, then it means that you are trading professionally. The first decision is how much are you ready to lose? How much are you ready to risk on a particular trade before you now look at how much you want to make. So it is easy for you to determine that. Now we have here 464.89 US dollars, and we have actually placed this stop loss professionally because we have placed it exactly below this support level. What it means is if this price stop rising and it begins to fall, where it can continue to sell more is when it breaks this support. This is the first support to it, and this is another support. It's not so powerful support, but it is a support. So if it comes and breaks this support, then it will continue to this one, before this one and this one. At that time, it will be too much for us to close. We'll be closing at a very high risk, or we'll be losing so much money. So what we have to do is to determine the best possible point, which is this one in this very example, because this is where the support is. So for it to go more against us is when it breaks this. So immediately it breaks this, we will minimize our losses when this stop loss is closed, and the system will close it automatically once this price gets to reach here. So whether you are there or you are not there, you know that your account is protected. Your account is protected, and that is what most people are not able to do. Most people are not able to do this. That is why you'll find out that people lose their trading accounts. There is no guarantee in this industry, so always you have to make sure that you protect your trading account by using stop losses and placing stop losses accurately. Let's look at the other one. On the Euro USD2, it is a sell. The trend is moving down. It means that the price is falling, and that is why we have placed a sell trend. Now prices don't just move. Prices move in sequence. They move in units, they move in blocks. Sometimes when you place the trade, it doesn't take much time and you will see profit. Sometimes too, it will have to go back, forth, but it will be moving to that very direction. For example, if you look at it here, it came down, tried to go up, it couldn't, it moved down, it tried to go up, it couldn't, it came down, because it came down, it went up, and now it's coming down. Now, so what it means is that the prices always fluctuate. They fluctuate a lot. They never stand still. That is why when you place your trade and it's running in losses like this, you don't need to panic. You don't need to panic. If there is any danger, your stop loss here is here to protect the account. I'm taking my time to talk more on the stop loss because it is the only thing that you can use to protect your account. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. This is what you use to minimize your risk and to secure your investment and to protect your capital and to safeguard your money. So please take note and always use stop loss. Place stop losses to protect your capital. All right, now that we know how to protect our capital by placing stop losses, let's also look at how to place take profit. Let's look at how to place take profit. You know, here we have stop loss and then here we have take profit. So let's quickly look at how to place take profit orders. All right, let me explain a little bit on take profit. A take profit order, sometimes called a profit target, is intended to close out the trade at a profit once the price, once it has reached a certain level. Okay. Execution of a take profit order closes the position. I will demonstrate that soon. Okay. The take profit helps you not to allow your profits to run back to losses in any unforeseen circumstances as trading goes on. It helps you also not to be glued to your computer and allows you to do other things depending on your trading style. So basically that is what the take profit does. So let's look at how to place take profit orders. All right, so let's look at this one, the Euro USD. If we look at Euro USD right now and we want to place orders in this very time frame, you'll find out that we have a very small space here. Okay, so what we have to do is to this 4 hours time frame, so we cannot see more here. Okay, so what we have to do is to move to a bit higher time frame. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. So you'll find out that on the daily time frame there is more space, so we can see and place our take profit order. Okay, I use a very simple strategy in placing take profit orders. Now we are ready to lose $734 on this trade. We are ready to risk $734 on this trade. So now we have to determine how much profit we want to make from this trade, because like I said, the first thing to determine is how much are you risking, how much are you comfortable at losing, before coming to how much you are ready to make. So to place the take profit, I'll show you a very simple strategy. So this is take profit. What you have to do is the same as the process is the same as the stop loss process. So this is take profit. All you need to do is double click on it. When you double click on it, it pops up the order window, or you right click and then you click on modify or delete order, and it pops up the order window. So now, how do we place the stop loss here? Sorry, how do we place the take profit? I'll show you something now. Let's just take, say, this price. Okay, this is a price. Let's take this price here, this price. So okay, and then let's just take this price first. So we key in this price into the take profit log here. So that is this. So let's highlight here, and then let's place 1.07990. all right, so immediately we key in that, you'll find out that the modify order page pops up, and then we do what? We click OK. Immediately we click that, what happens? It is placed. It's automatically what? Placed. Now we are ready to lose, or to risk, we are ready to risk $734 US. Now let's use the same strategy that we used in placing the take profit here. We placed in placing the stop loss, sorry, we placed the stop loss. Let me go back. We place the stop loss above this resistance levels. This is a resistance and this is a resistance. So we place the stop loss a little bit above that resistance. So let's place the take profit, say here. We can leave it here on same price, there's no problem. But let's say on this very trade we want to make a profit of $1,000. okay, so let me show you. All you need to do is to manipulate this by moving it up or down. You can move it up or down. Okay, it can be moved down or it can be moved what? Up. Now when you are moving it, you'll see the prices showing around this area. Okay, let's just do that and see. You see? So the prices, you'll see the profit, right? You'll see the profit and the number of pips that is going to give you that profit. So let's just say here I want a profit of 2,000. So let's say I want a profit on this trade. I want $2,000 on this trade. So if we look at it here, the 2,000, so here we're seeing a profit of $2,002, which is 1,001 pips. So it's easy for you to determine the number of pips and also the profit that what you want to take. For example, if maybe you want a profit of 1,000, you just place it. Mostly it's difficult to get it exactly, so like $1,020, which stands for 510 pips. Okay, all right, so once you do this, you have finished placing your take profit. So this is your take profit, $1,020, and this is your stop loss, 734. So you are ready to risk on this particular trade, $734, and you are ready to make a profit of $1,020, which is fair. Now, if profit comes, and let's say it's $200, $300, $400, you are not penalized to it, so you can take it. Even if it's $10, you can close it manually. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to wait for it to get to the 1,020 before you take it. But let's say you are not there, to avoid the profit coming, probably maybe coming to 1,020 and then going back to say $200 or $500, or say even going back to what losses. That is why you secure your profits as well by placing take profit orders. And also, when you do this, you are free from every emotions that will be attached to your trading, because you are comfortable at your stop loss, and then you are comfortable at your take profit. So it's always important to have your stop loss and your take profit there, so that you can do other things, because this might take probably the whole day or even to tomorrow to reach here, or it might take a longer time than expected to give what profit. And you don't always have to sit glued to the screen except you are scalping. All right, then let's set the take profit also for euro chef. So it's the same process. We are placing the take profit manually. So all we need to do is to double click on it, and then it pops up the order window where we can place our take profit here, or we right click and then we click on modify order, and then it pops up the order window where we can place our take profit. All right, so I'm going to pick this price here. I'm going to pick this price here, the take profit here. So that is 1.09835. So you'll find out that this pops up, modify this. So all you have to do is to click, and here we are. This broken red line is the take profit. So when you put the cursor on it, it shows profit $353.60, representing 358 pips on euro chef. But let's look at it. Our stop loss is 464. Okay, and then the take profit is here. You can place the take profit depending on how far you think the trend may go. For example, if we look at this in the weekly time frame, it looks like it's gonna buy more, it's gonna rise more. So we can choose to say, okay, on this trade I want to make something like, say, $800. Okay, so let's say $800. If you look at your extreme left, you will see that as I move, the amount also moves. Okay, so let me leave it here. So this is how you actually adjust the take profit orders. So all you have to do is to put the cursor on it, and it will show you the profit, volume, and the pips. So the profit here is 825.38 cent dollars, and then 831 pips. All right. And the same way, if probably maybe it gets here and you see a profit of here, say $200, $300, and you are comfortable, you take it. So basically, this is how you place the take profit orders and then the stop loss orders on any instrument. On any instrument, it is the same. Now, to how to place trades on the MT4, or how to make your investment, it's important that you always limit the number of trades that you place. It's always important. It's important to place maximum of 2 trades, or maybe maximum of 3 trades, depending on the trends that are moving. So let's say, for example, we have just 2 trades here. That is very professional. If, say, we see a trend that we think is going to be a profitable trend, then we can add one more to make the trade, to make the number of trades 3. Otherwise, you always just keep it maximum 3 trades, so that you don't over risk your account. All right. Okay, let's look for one more. One more trade, so that we can have 3 trades. And also, let's use that last trade to demonstrate to demonstrate what we have looked at so far. Okay, so this is USD ZAR. So to place a trade, we come to new order. The new order brings us to the order window. We first have to check that the symbol on the chart correspond to the symbol on the order window. Then we make a decision as to how much we are ready to invest, or what volume size we are ready to place on this particular trade. All right, so let's say I want to place $4. So $4 will be 0.04. Sorry, $4 will be 0.40, because for us to get the real amount, we have to multiply whatever we key in here times 10, right? Okay, but let me just take 1, which is $10. So looking at this trend now, it's dropping. So I want to place a sell trade. So all I need to do is to make sure type market execution, and then I place what? A sell here, right? Then I place a sell here. So immediately I place the sell, I come to stop loss, I highlight, then I place the stop loss right here. So let me place it on this price, that is 13.67730, and then let me place the take profit here, take profit at 13.42230, and then I click on modify, and there we go. So this is take profit $615, and this is the stop loss $1,272. So let's reduce the stop loss to the okay, so just a bit about this resistance. All right, we are done. This is how you place a trade in totality. Now, how do we close a trade? Let's say this is in profit and we want to close it. Okay, it's gone back. If it comes back to profit, we'll use it back to close the trade manually, not using the stop losses. You know, all you need to do is highlight, you double click, and then it brings this, and then you close it. So immediately it is gone. Immediately it is gone. It is gone. So let's replace that USD ZAR sell. It's placed. So let's replace the stop loss and the take profit for it. So let's place the stop loss with this price 13.67730, and let's place the take profit at 13.42230, 13.42230 here. So we have the take profit here 558, and we have it here. All right, let me advise you. Sometimes you may say, you may determine, or you may like to use a particular amount for your stop losses and not caring about the support or resistances. So someone will say, I'm placing $10 trade, so my stop loss should be, say, 300. So let's say you are here. All you need to do is to drag this carefully, make sure it doesn't cross the current price, and so this is, say, 350. It's difficult to get it sometimes, to get it exactly, so we'll use proximity here. Okay, so let's leave it here. So here we have a stop loss of 348. Good. And then we have take profits of this. Sometimes too you may say, okay, 1:1, so I want to make, I'm ready to risk 350, and I'm ready to make 350, or let's say 400 and something. So that is how you manipulate this stop losses, and then what? Take profit. So basically this is how you set the stop losses and take profits to secure your account. To secure your account. If there is something you don't understand, all you need to do is to watch the video over and over again. There is something that you have to notice here. There is something that is important for us to actually notice here. This is a sell trend, a sell trade, or a sell order. So you'll find out that for us to make profit, the price will have to drop, will have to fall, and that is why the take profit is set below the price. And if it goes up, it will be going against, which means we'll be running into losses. That is why, to stop the loss, the stop loss is placed above. That is for a sell order. For a buy order, if the price rises, that is when we make profit. So the take profit is above the price. And if it reverses and it's falling, which means it will be going against us, that is why the stop loss is placed below. You can practice this over and over, and it's simple, and you will be able to use it properly. On subsequent videos, where you'll be learning strategies and using indicators, where to place the stop losses and take profits, and how to use them, will also be demonstrated. But this is the basic. This is the basic, and this is how you place stop losses and take profits. I believe it will help you in the trading